Hey, what's up everybody? Dylan here from Iceberg TV. Today we've got a really cool feature for you guys today. We've got the brand new vessel from Thought Space Athletics, and this is a drop that I'm particularly excited about for one reason, and the reason is right here. I loved these zone bottom, ringer top test flight discs that Discraft did a year or two ago, but these wound up never being a full production disc. So not only do we have a disc that I really like, but we actually have it in a way cooler plastic than Discraft would have been likely to bring us. These look and feel really good. It's the zone bottom, ringer top. And we also have the Nebula Nerve Praxis, and then we have the Temple in the Nerve Praxis, or in the Nerve plastic. So we've got a really cool lineup of TSA discs, and then we have the zone ringer concept to compare the vessel to as well. So let's throw the Nebula Nerve Praxis, and then we'll go on the right side with some of the more stable stuff. All right, that's a good sign, getting deep inside the circle here on our first shot of the day. And let's try the zone ringer concept up the right side, and then we'll try the new vessel also up the right side. Plastic feels similar, mold feels similar. I'm expecting them to fly pretty much identical. Very stable on the zone ringer concept. All right, this is my first throw at the new vessel. Wow, that actually might be a bit more stable. Wow, that thing is beefy. And then let's try the Temple here as well on that right side. Also very stable. The Temple feels more like a Tactic or Harp or an A2, more of that kind of disc. Not very similar to the other two approach discs we have today. So Thought Space has always been a company that does a really great job with their stamp design, their plastic blends. They always do collaborative stuff, so they're always working hand in hand with another company. They do a lot of stuff with MVP. Now they started doing stuff with Discraft. I think their first drop with Discraft, the Expanse, was a really great 10-speed. It actually made my bag for a while. But I need to know, let me know in the comments down below. Are you guys bagging any Thought Space Athletics discs? Let me know. So you couldn't really tell in the shade there, but look at the absolute sparkly kind of color shift glimmer in this new vessel. This is a really, really good looking plastic blend here. Very cool. So this is the new Nebula Nerve Praxis. These look really good. We also have some premium Proton Soft type plastic. It's a Disc Golf Deals USA exclusive. So if you want to get a discount on this or any of those, click my link in the description below and you'll save 10%. But man, they do a nice job with the stamps and the foils over there. And what we'll do on hole 2 here is we'll try out the new vessel on a flex side on the left side, and then we'll see how it compares to this Temple, also a stable approach disc from Thought Space. We'll see how they compare on these flex lines. Let's go with the vessel first. Great stability. It's gonna be a nice birdie look. That vessel is very stable. And we got the Temple here. Let's see if it's also as stable. Didn't give it quite as much flex, but it really does have some serious swing back to the left. Wow, that Temple's a lot more stable than I thought it was gonna be. All right, hole 3 is about 230 feet. We've got a nice headwind coming in. Let's try the Nebula Nerve Praxis, and we'll do the Temple here as well on a flex line. Praxis first. Wow, that headwind really pulled that over from left to right. Wow. We definitely need to recruit a little bit more stability here in the Temple. So in that stiff headwind, flying pretty straight, but we definitely have some wind coming through here, but I think it's right under the basket. So the Temple here was the perfect disc for that headwind. I do suspect in the Nerf plastic, this will straighten out. It's a very grippy baseline type plastic, but able to tap in an easy birdie here on hole 3. Hole 4, backhand flex line. We need to put it on enough anhyzer to get it to hit this big right side of the fairway and then dump left back towards the basket. We're going to do the test flight zone ringer compared to the vessel. We'll go zone ringer first here. I actually think this is a touch straighter than the vessel. So maybe the plastic made a difference on these. So that's parked under the basket. This vessel, I really think, is going to cut hard back to the left. This shimmery plastic must be a bit more stable, I think. Yeah, it's got a lot more dump to it. I could actually see a case, if you bag the zone ringer concept, to add the vessel in for just a tick more overstability, tick less glide, and a bit more fade back to the left. You can't play this hole and not try and ace it with the Praxis, so do a nice nebula nerve here. Wow, that wind really killed it. All right, the zone ringer holding up a bit straighter. The vessel's way over there outside of the circle, but this was absolutely parked. I'm actually shocked at how much straighter in general the zone ringer is than the new vessel. So that new plastic blend really is making a difference. All right, hole 5, straight uphill. It's going to be an absolute crush. 230 feet uphill with the temple and with the nebula nerve Praxis. Got a tailwind as well. It's going to just push them straight down. Let's see what we can do with the temple. Yeah, I expect in this tailwind, everything's going to wind up left. Our only chance here today is going to be with the nebula nerve Praxis. It's also going to have to be a crush. Okay, we made it up onto the shelf with the Praxis. That actually held so much straighter than I thought it was going to. The premium Praxis is definitely finishing a lot more left than that one. It's going to be a nice straight complementary to the premium one we did a few months ago. Hole 6 is going to be another absolute doozy with our putters of the day. I definitely want to try the nebula nerve Praxis on a slight hyzer flip, see if we can get it to come back to the left at the end. We'll also throw the vessel on the flex line. It's going to be hard to throw this 260, but I think we can do it. That is parked. That thing's flying exactly how I want it to. Slight hyzer flip up, flat to straight. Great putter. And now the vessel. Beat it. Oh, that almost got so lucky. Well, all right, guys. If you like the zone ringer concept, you can get a touch more stable version in the Thought Space Athletics vessel. This is a disc I think a lot of people are really excited about. I know all of the Thought Space people will be bagging these for the most part. They need that kind of zone, proper, stable zone type disc. So that's exactly what this is going to be. Really great disc. I'm a big fan of the ringer top. I think it feels great. So in my opinion, this is a win from TSA, and it's going to be a win for James Proctor for sure. Nice artwork, good plastic, solid disc. It actually flies a little more stable than the test flight, which is really interesting. And then Temple, not my style of approach disc, but I know a lot of people like this sort of shape of disc. Not quite as aggressive as an A2, kind of like harp-ish, and this Nerf plastic's nice and soft. And then we have these, might be one of the MVPs of the day as well. This flew a lot better for me today than I thought it was going to. Great look, great stamp. DiscGolfDealsUSA.com/icebergtv. Stay humble, live with gratitude. I will look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care.